Lisa, the meeting between what many of the newspapers are calling the fat cats today, the bosses of the energy companies, didn't really yield anything, really. So what are the answers? Nationalisation, renationalisation, Gordon Brown suggesting freezing the price cap, those kind of things. Where do you stand?
I think over the last few weeks, I think we all now realise that the price cap is not really a cap, because every 3 months the price cap is being removed. And if we're today talking about £5,000 a year, that is way... You know, there are families now that couldn't even dream to pay that. I worked it out yesterday. So I think it was something like yesterday at 4,300. It was like £80 a week that families were going to have to pay, which is £80 a week is, for some people, that's their whole week. You know, so what are they going to do? Are they going to really have to choose whether to put the heating on or eat? I mean, that's the truth now. So I think we are at a point now where we have to think about radical solutions. And if we do have to renationalise the energy companies, because they're not they can't be trusted, you know, but then we're going to have to do it.
But this doesn't stack up to me when I hear all of this conversation about nationalisation. Nationalise what?
I don't know. I mean, you know, we've got. I know. I'm going to be honest. You know, we've
nationalised something.
Yeah. Well, we've got E.ON.
We've got a
E.ON is
owned. So
E.ON is owned by the French. You know. So don't you think that? All right. If we don't renationalise them, then what do we do?
E.ON's distributor of electricity.
Yeah.
The people the company that's making the most money out of this.
Yeah,
it's Gazprom.
It's the gas problem,
It's the Russians. So these are the people who are actually making money from it. If you want to nationalise the fat cats, go nationalise a Russian company.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, but the thing is, Daniel...
But over here, we've got people who do extract gas and oil from the North Sea, and they are making bumper profits over the last couple of months, but... They're already taxed at 65% headline rate of tax coming up. So what's the right answer?
But they're still making...
Is it 75%, 80%?
Well, but if you nationalise them... Daniel, they're still making £7 billion in profit.
Yeah, but that was BP, made £7 billion in profit in the second quarter of this year. In the first quarter of this year, it made a loss.
But it's looking at making the same amount of profit in the next quarter.
But they're already
paying,
we have got to do something. Paying 65% tax on that profit. So what is it that you think is the right rate of tax, 80%, 90%? But let's say you nationalise them. Then the great thing you get at the moment about having private sector involvement is that it takes an awful lot of investment up front, a lot of cash, to open up a new oil field or gas field. And then once it's opened up, you get a lot of gas coming out of it. So if we want to expand gas, is that going to come out of once you've nationalised them, is that going to come out of the taxpayer's pocket? Because that's just going to mean higher taxes. The risk of nationalisation is you end up with less gas, less gas, less oil, and higher taxes all at the same time.
What can we do?
It's a typical Gordon Brown prescription.
So let me ask you then. So we've got to admit that £5,000 energy bills a year is extortionate. It's robbery. And there are people pensioners who are on a fixed income, people who are on disability payments, people who are not working. They're not going to be able to afford that. There is no money.
Yeah, but
what can we do?
What to do is well, the first thing is
I can't afford that.
You're asking what to do. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the government is already spending £37 billion over the next couple of months helping people.
It's not enough.
Everyone says it's not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. Because why? Because a consultancy has said that there might be a £5,000 price cap next year. That's actually what we're working on the basis of. Not actual facts, but some consultancy that's broadcast this. They may be right, they may be wrong. In the short term, something is actually happening to help people. By the time the new Prime Minister takes over, we can have a plan for doing something about it. What we can't do, in my view, is go back to the COVID type thing of spraying public money everywhere, because that has resulted in inflation of 10%, monetary policy completely out of control. It's more like what Ian Duncan Smith said, is identifying the sort of people you're talking about who really can't face this, the people with disability benefits, the vulnerable people.
But what about those who are on £10 an hour?